Are you or a loved one disabled? Do you feel alone, lost, and confused as to how to win your Social Security case? If you're watching this video, it's probably because you have so many questions and you're desperately looking for the answers. Hi, my name is Avi Leibovic, and I'm the owner at Benefits for All and the lead attorney at Avi Leibovic Associates. Over the course of my 20-year career, I've overseen the processing and screening of over 500,000 disability cases, working with the largest hospitals, neighborhood clinics, primary care physicians, and even individuals who had no access to care at all. My strategies for how to win the case have made me one of the top experts in Social Security law in the entire nation. My life and my career were going great. And then one day it all came crashing down. It started first with some abdominal pains. And before I knew it, I'd been admitted to the hospital several times and I required multiple surgeries. I found myself unable to work and disabled and in desperate need of my own benefits. I understand exactly how you feel. I was in your shoes. And I'm going to take you through the process and help you and give you everything that I know so that you can win your case. I'm recovered and I'm back at work. And I have a newfound passion for helping disabled people because I myself have been there too. Call our office today for a free screening and to see how we can help you with your Social Security case. At the same time, enjoy these videos and webinars that we've prepared to help you understand how to win your Social Security case. Hi everyone, this is Avi Leibovic and you're watching another one of the amazing webinars that's offered by Benefits for All, where we teach you how to win your Social Security disability case without the need of an attorney. I always encourage everyone to get an attorney, but for those of you who feel that you want to try to tackle this on your own and get yourself approved on your own, these webinars will teach you how to do it. I'm standing here in beautiful Newport, Rhode Island in front of the Touro Synagogue, which is the oldest synagogue in the United States of America, dating all the way back to the colonial time. In general, I encourage all of you to come out to Rhode Island and check it out because, especially Newport, there's so much history here between the beaches that we just saw not too long ago on the cliff walk to over here into the downtown historical Patriot area over here, Patriots Park. There's so much to see and I think you'd have a great time. But what I want to point out is, why is it that I picked this location in front of the oldest synagogue to make a webinar and to have this discussion? Because the topic of this webinar is old medical records. Isn't it interesting that when you look at an old building, you say, whoa, look how old it is and how amazing it is, and look at the architecture. I got news for you. When they look at your webinar, when they look at your medical records, they're old. They don't say, ooh, look at those old medical records. They're so terrific. They say the opposite. Social Security looks at your old medical records and say, hold on. These lab results, they're old. These x-rays, they're old. These medical notes from the doctor, they're all old. What we need to do and what you need to do in order to win your case, and this is one of the best pieces of advice I can give you, is you must continue to go to the doctor. If you can't afford a doctor, you have to go to a free clinic. We will help you find a free clinic if you purchase one of the packages that allows us to help you go ahead and find medical providers that are in your neighborhood. Whether your impairment is a medical impairment that's mental, or whether your impairment is a medical impairment that is physical, or whether it's both, mental and physical, you must get medical records and you must get ongoing care. If the Social Security Administration looks at your medical records and they find that they are old, you will not win your case. It's very simple. They must be fresh, they must be updated, and they must be legible and ready to go. It's always important when dealing with medical records to understand that your medical records are going to determine your onset date. Now, your onset date is not necessarily the day when you first got diagnosed with your medical condition. The onset date is the date that's determined by Social Security as being the legal date where your medical condition prevented you from working, right, as a full-time employee or as a part-time employee within the workforce. Meaning, we said that the legal definition for a disabled individual is someone who has an impairment or a series of impairments. We're collected together, all these impairments, a combination of impairments. Strike that. We said that a disabled person is someone who has an impairment or a combination of impairments that will last for 12 or more months and or result in death, and which prevents you from working and earning substantial gainful activity. Even though, God forbid, you may have been diagnosed with your medical condition in 2015, If you still continued to work and you earned money, earned income at the substantial gainful activity level, the SGA level, that's not necessarily your onset date. Your onset date kicks in based on your medical records when you stopped working. The Social Security Administration and DDS, who reviews the medical records, are going to match up your medical records and what the doctor wrote together with when you stopped working. So that's why we're standing here today in front of this old synagogue, to let you know that you cannot have old medical records. More than anything else, you can have the best attorney in the world, and you can do the best job representing your case, your own case. But if you don't have updated medical records, you're not going to win your case. You must go to the doctor. You must go regularly to the doctor. If you have a mental health condition, I would encourage you to go ahead and you're being treated for depression or anxiety or some other mental health services. I would tell you that it's not enough to go get medical records and a checkup once every 3 months or once every 6 months. You're probably going to need to go a minimum of once a week to a free clinic. A worst case scenario, once a month. You need to have regular medical records. If you don't have regular medical records, Social Security may order something called a consultative examination, a CE, where they're going to send you to a doctor that's paid for by Social Security, and that doctor, that Social Security doctor, who doesn't care about you and who doesn't know about you, right, is going to examine you like a piece of meat, excuse my language, and he or she is going to quickly write you up and make a determination if you're sick or not. You don't want your CE results, your consultative examination results, being the sole piece of medical record that's going to determine whether or not you're sick and determine and earn benefits. You want to have your own doctor, you want to have your own hospital, you want to have your own medical provider that is working together with you. In some cases, your attorney or you may decide that you want to get something called a residual functional capacity questionnaire, an RFC, residual functional capacity. What that questionnaire says is that even with your impairment, this is your functional capacity to perform the following tasks. And it will explain exactly from a doctor's perspective, signed by the doctor, how severe your medical condition is. So as we sign off over here in Rhode Island, I wish you all the best of luck in applying for benefits. From the bottom of my heart, I know that you can do this and I know you can get approved, and I hope that you do feel better and that this disability is only temporary. But for those of you who are going to struggle with this potential medical illness or this impairment for a prolonged period of time, it's my hope that you get approved for benefits so that way, as I've said before, you're able to go ahead and use some of the money to help you pay for shelter and help you pay for food, pay for medication, get some of the assistance you need if you need a nurse or some type of a care attendant to help you out. But the key to all of it is your medical records, your medical records, and your medical records. The medical records must be timely, the medical records must be relevant, right? If your medical condition is about your heart or your lungs, does it help you if your medical records are dealing with your ankle? No. If your medical condition has to do with your knees, right, or your back or your spine, does it help you if your medical records have to deal with your arm? No. Your medical records need to be centered around what it is your claim for disability is all about. If you have a problem with your blood pressure, you need to have results regarding your blood pressure. If you have a problem with your vision, you need to have medical records regarding your vision. Whatever it is that your problem is, you need to have those medical records centered around that. Without fresh medical records, you will not win your case. And with that, I wish you the best of luck. Again, my name is Avi Leibovic. Download more of the webinars to learn more about how you can win your medical case and how you can win your SSI case on your own. Thank you very much and wish you the best of luck. Have a great day. Bye-bye.